What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how at 19 years old, I made $10,000 in 1 month with just one client. I'll see you in 10 seconds after the intro. Alright, so how did I make $10,000 in 1 month from one client? So if you guys are new here, if you're new to who I am, my name's Elliot Drake. I run a marketing agency called House of Influence. And what our agency does is we specialize in helping influencers and e-com brands sell their products online through marketing channels like Facebook, Google, YouTube, all the above, right? And so the way that I was able to make $10,000 from just one of our clients was because this specific individual has a decent sized personal brand. They have an online education, program which they sell that helps people, helps them change their lives, helps them start a new business. And so what our agency does and what I have done is I have came in, and so my previous experience, I worked for a large agency where I got experience on super big brands. I used to be the director of personal branding there, so I handled, really big name brands. So like personal branding, clients are my niche, and that's what I know how to excel in. And, what I have done with my company is basically gone out and found the best of the best in each one of these verticals. So, I have a guy who's really good at Facebook ads. I have a guy who's really good at email. I have a guy who's really good at, Google with like YouTube and everything. I have a guy who's really good at chat bots. And so what I have done is I've built a justice league of people that can, make stuff happen for these influencers at a different level that is insane. And so essentially what I do, I teach social media marketing. And so I land these influencer clients, and we take all of the risk off of them by being like, hey, all we want to do is basically, give us the content, obviously give us access to everything, and these are the strategies we want to implement for you to increase revenue. All that we want is a portion of the pie that we drive. So, it takes a risk off them. We're not even asking for a piece of, all sales. Like, stuff that comes organically from your brand, that's you. We just want a portion of, what we drive through Facebook or Google, these other channels. And so, this puts the risk out of the hands of the influencer, and so that's how we've been able to succeed. But you might be like, Elliot, that's a big risk on us. But I have minimized my risk on my end from doing this by essentially all of the people who I have partnered with to build this Justice League. All of them are willing to go off performance. So if I sell the deal at, say, 30% of what we drive, 30% of what we drive, so say what we drive to that 30%, say that's $100,000. So out of the $100,000, that the person who is actually doing the work on my team will say take, 20 or 30. So instead of having employees, which I pay hourly to implement things, like, they are working off performance on themselves. So if they don't perform, they don't get paid. If they don't perform, I don't get paid either. So, obviously there's some costs in between there, cost of time and everything. But what we do is we are really, really specific on who we actually bring on. So we have them go through a strategy assessment, which is our way of qualifying them. We see, what are they making already a month? Are they using paid? Are they already advertising? Right? And then from there, we have a good idea if we're able to come in there and really 10x it, and I think the key principle is that, being able to properly qualify people and having, confidence within your team to deliver on the specific niche that you're in, and it all comes down to, like, if you're starting a social media marketing agency and you don't know what to do, you need to figure out your first steps, or you need to figure out what is your niche, right? That is a specific group of people that share similar qualities, right? And then there's an analogy I like to call niche times offer equals result. So, for instance, Your niche, say that it is, we'll just use mine for instance. My niche is online influencers that are already selling online but haven't used paid advertising, right? And they have a following, etc. My offer is, hey, we will run your Facebook ads, implement viral giveaways, chatbots, webinars, whatever makes sense for your brand at the time to merge that engagement gap, and then make a lot of sales through running paid advertising, refilling your marketing buckets, etc. Right? That's our offer. Result is, increasing your monthly revenue from your sales by a large amount. So that is like a simplified version of the equation. You have your niche, which is the business and the people that you specialize in helping. Your offer, which helps them and identifies a pain point, which their pain point is they want to see more money. They want to, sell more courses. They want to grow their brand, right? That's the like pain point, and your offer basically comes in there and does that for them and gives them that result, which makes them happy and is what gets you paid, etc. So for instance, like influencers aren't the only people that we work with. We also work with online e-commerce brands. So, one in particular, we work with a brand that sells fitness stuff online. They do $4 million in revenue a year, right? Most of that stuff is on, most of their revenue is driven from Amazon sales, but they want to get more into paid and have more stuff, have an established Facebook strategy to drive more people to the website and buy through there. And, so they have Amazon also working, but they also have other stuff to increase their revenue, right? So niche is online e-commerce brands that want to sell digital products. Offer, we will help you develop a Facebook strategy, which will make you sales, right? Result, they get a return on their ad spend that they didn't get from Facebook before because they weren't running paid. So that's essentially what we do, right? And, that $10,000, we get that from multiple clients. That's not even our highest paid. We normally get wire transfers, but this one we got a check. So I took a picture with the check. So I'll post that picture probably right here. But here's like the pay stub. Let me cover this up. But this pay stub, hold on, make sure I'm not showing you too much information. Yeah, here's the pay stub, $10,096.10 right there, right? From that specific individual. This model's a little different. A lot of people don't go down this road, but it's helped me 10x my business like right away. And I talk a lot about also mentors and finding people that can help you in your journey. That's the best way to do it. Mentors can come from books, which I read every single day. I encourage you guys to do the same. But in this one scenario is I have a mentor in my life that, I add value to him all the time. I worked with him in my previous company. Whenever I went off and started my own, I was going one direction, and then I called him, told him about it. He told me to, try this other way. I implemented it, and then, we were able to scale like crazy in regards to, monthly income and how much our agency is making. So mentors are super key, but that's basically how I was able from one client to make $10,000 a month. Obviously that doesn't all go to me because I'm focusing on scaling my business. It goes back into the business, paying some of the people who are involved in the projects. But, that's still pretty good for your clients. A lot of times for like monthly retainers, the profit margin's like 30 to 40%. Our profit margin on that is about 70%, which is, pretty good in my eyes, So anyways, guys, this is, more of like inspiration if you guys want to get into social media marketing, helping influencers scale their business. The way that, I've done it, it's a little bit harder to get in there. You're going to have a lot of case studies. You're going to have to know some connections. Because, it's hard because like influencers, they get people hitting them up all the time. So if you're going to take them on, you better be really, really good at what you do because they'll leave in a heartbeat, right? But you guys can easily you can easily land monthly retainer clients for $10,000 a month as long as, the key there is like the higher you make your monthly, payment, to them, you want to be able to like them to see a return on their ad spend. You know what I mean? So you need to be able to come in there and be confident that you guys can drive more results than what they're paying, you know? So that's why a strategy assessment is so key for everybody. You know, I've talked about it in my previous videos, how you need to have a strategy assessment before you ever work with a client to collect all their information. It just comes back to building a system around your business, figuring out the best way to, you know, land clients, but, you know, good clients that you can get results for, because we are, you know, the industry that we're in, and, you know, business, it's all about reputation. And, you know, if you don't drive good results for your clients, it only takes a couple of them, especially in influencer space, for it to ruin your brand, and then it'd be way harder for you to get work, you know. But, you know, that's not to say, like, most of you, if you're just starting out, you know, local businesses, perfect place to start. You know, what is that monthly income goal that you want to hit? Map that out to your goals, and then apply that to your business, right? So go to your business, figure out the lifestyle you want to live. So like a couple months ago, I mapped out the condo in downtown San Diego that I want, the exact cars that I want down to the model, right? All of the different materialistic stuff, and then also, you know, family and what my impact is and how I want to get back to my family, and then figured out a monthly income goal that I need to hit, and then took that and applied it to all the projects that I have, and then bam, that's a roadmap to how do I get to the lifestyle I want to live, instead of just running a business, closing clients, and then not having a, you know, a clear goal. Doing that helps you out. You know, always write down your goals. I break mine down from personal, physical, and professional, and then short, medium, and long term. Short term being 3 months, medium being 1 year, and then long term being 5 years. Obviously that's always changing, but at least it gives you that roadmap to go from. So I look at my goals every single day. So let me know what other videos you guys would like to see. This is just, you know, sharing a little bit of my success with one of our clients and kind of what I'm doing, maybe a little bit of inspiration and stuff. So this has been Elliot Drake. I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to let me know what other videos you want to see. Also hit that subscribe button, please. We're close to 100 subscribers on the channel. Turn on notifications so you can see whenever I upload. That's super powerful. I'm about to be pretty soon giving away some stuff, so, you know, be on the lookout for that. And yeah, guys, have a good rest of your day. Drink you some coffee. Coffee is one of my favorite things in the world. So see you guys.